This quarterback, I mean, this is unbelievable. They're almost duplicates. And again, no Ricky Pearsall, no Brandon Ayuk. These guys are duplicates. So who is the doppelganger? Who is the duplicate of Mac Jones? Oh, Dak Prescott. 2 weeks ago, you had him as MVP. He's got CeeDee Lamb. He got George Pickens. Mac's doing it without a number 1 or a number 2 receiver. All right, let's do the next one. Well, this one is unbelievable. I mean, Mac is clearly better than this guy. Mac's got more first downs, more 300-yard games, more yards per attempt, more yards per game, much more accurate. Who is this stiff? Oh, it's Baker Mayfield, who's having a great year. Okay, Baker's having a very good year. All right. Well, we can do a couple more to prove my point. Let's throw another one up there. Here's another quarterback who, I mean, might as well be the exact same numbers. Mac's a little bit more accurate than this quarterback who has one more start. Who's this guy? Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Mac Jones, statistically, is outperforming Patrick Mahomes this season. And before anyone jumps in, yes, I know about Mahomes' injuries. The injuries. It just goes to show that not everything is as it seems in the NFL. This is precisely why the league places such a huge emphasis on getting the job done when it matters most, not just on raw, bottom-line statistics. It's why having nuanced conversations is so crucial, and why a take can be right in one context and wrong in another. Let me be perfectly clear. With every fiber of my being, Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Mac Jones. If you put Mac Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs, they are not winning all those Super Bowls. I firmly believe that. However, the takeaway should not be that the Chiefs would be nothing without Mahomes either. That's also incorrect. This situation is fascinating because we've seen it before with quarterbacks like Tua Tagovailoa or Geno Smith having statistically better seasons than Mahomes. To be clear, this video isn't really about Mahomes. It's about evaluating quarterback play in general. I remember a couple of seasons ago, Geno and Tua had better numbers. Did that mean they were better quarterbacks? Of course not. This is where consistency and making plays in critical moments matter so much. But we also can't just dismiss what Mac Jones is doing. It's the same kind of dismissal that people used for Sam Darnold, and look how poorly that has aged. Nick Wright, a huge Mahomes fan, initially said the Seahawks were making a mistake signing Sam Darnold, and now he's calling them a juggernaut and the best team in the NFL. The reality of being a quarterback is both complicated and simple. Give a quarterback a good coach and a good enough team, and as long as he has inherent talent, he's going to have success. Mac Jones clearly has that talent. I've been arguing for over a year that the whole "can he carry a team" debate is somewhat irrelevant, because you're not winning a Super Bowl without a great team anyway. The real question is, how do you play when you have a great team around you? And even that's tricky with the 49ers, who have been arguably the most injured team in the NFL, making it hard to gauge just how great their roster even is week to week. Trying to parse these stats will break your brain. That's why I've consistently said Mac Jones has impressed me. Even in their loss to the Buccaneers, I thought he played a great game given the circumstances. This is also why I hate the MVP conversation. In what world should Mahomes or Baker Mayfield be favored for MVP over Mac Jones this season? They shouldn't. This isn't the dominant, fully healthy 49ers of a few years ago. A conversation like this challenges the conventional way people view the NFL. People want to simplify it. The Chiefs win because of Mahomes. The Bills win because of Josh Allen. A quarterback like Sam Darnold is labeled not good, but then he goes to a new team and plays well, and people say, well, it's because of the team. But then why does Mahomes get all the credit? People just want a simple, binary answer. The quarterback either is great or he isn't. But there's no reliable, grounded way to have this conversation, especially because fans often follow quarterbacks more than teams. If Patrick Mahomes got traded to the Panthers, millions would become Panthers fans overnight. You don't see that with coaches. So how do we make sense of this? It's interesting. Mac Jones has better stats than Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and is right there with Dak Prescott. Yet, Dak is a $60 million man, and Mahomes is a billion-dollar man. It's a fascinating paradox. I made a video about this last year with Geno Smith. He threw 21 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, but he was pressured an insane 251 times and still put up a 70% completion rate, over 4,300 yards, and a 93 passer rating. all while playing on a less talented team without an all-time great coach like Andy Reid. I'm not arguing Geno is better than Mahomes, but the comparison is intriguing. The same goes for Aaron Rodgers, who was widely criticized but still had more touchdowns and fewer interceptions than Mahomes in a worse situation. The reality is, there's no easy answer. This is why even Tom Brady, as a front office executive, misjudged a quarterback situation. It's why scouts get it wrong. It's not as simple as, this guy has better numbers, so he's better. I don't fully buy into the clutch gene theory either. I believe Mac Jones can handle a critical 3rd and 3 in the fourth quarter. We've seen him do it. Where the difference lies is in versatility. In moments where the play breaks down and you need a quarterback to create something out of nothing with their mobility, you'd obviously want a Mahomes, Allen, or Jackson. But that's a specific skill set. There is simply no satisfying answer as to why Mac Jones has equal or better stats than Patrick Mahomes this season. You can't just say injuries or Super Bowls. We're talking about this season. It's fascinating. This is also why I reject the idea that Kirk Cousins' past success is solely a product of Kevin O'Connell's coaching. Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback. If you put a 27-year-old Cousins in a good situation, he'll have tons of success, just like we see with Sam Darnold and Joe Flacco now. It doesn't mean Flacco is better than Joe Burrow, but it does mean he's far better than he was ever given credit for. So how do we make sense of it all? If we're not going to reduce it to mechanics or use team accomplishments like Super Bowls as a crutch, what's left? You could genuinely argue that what Geno Smith or Baker Mayfield did in certain seasons was more impressive than what Mahomes did, given the supporting cast and the amount of pressure they faced. Since we can't seem to agree on the rules of this evaluation game, everyone is both right and wrong. I'm curious how you all process this. I encourage you, please don't just reference Super Bowls or MVPs. That's not the answer, and Jalen Hurts proves it. People still argue Baker Mayfield is better than Hurts, despite Hurts winning a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. So then the argument shifts back to the team. It's a circular, unsatisfying debate. So how do you make sense of it? What does it mean to you? How do you process these conflicting statistical realities without relying on past accolades? I don't have a definitive answer, but those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree, let's get some discussions going. Let's get into some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and would love to have you be a part of it. I want to build something we all feel connected to and are really excited about. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.